Hello ladies and gents, Hagbard Celine here, and this video is going to be something a little different. I got frustrated earlier while looking for feminist videos, and I decided to hit record and do a little ranty poo. I hope you guys enjoy, and I actually mainly went for the comments section, which I actually advise you guys check out. It is full of hate. Just full of hate. Anyone who comes in and dissents is just rejected. It doesn't matter. It's amazing that she even leaves her comment sections open to reveal how full of hate her movement is. And I do get into that. I find it incredibly frustrating that the question she answers is even posed to a movement supposedly about equality. And I think it's very frustrating to run into quote-unquote low-tier feminists, like, newcomers to the movement, sitting in front of cameras and going, it's equality, and then finding so many videos with comment sections like this. And just people sitting there going, I don't know if I'm big on males being part of this. What do you ladies think you're doing? I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I was just going about my day completely innocently looking for some feminist videos to make fun of, and I came across this one. Now the video's pretty basic. It's your standard feminist introduction question and answer bullshit where she's basically playing like the old newspaper write-ins used to do, where it was like an Ask Amy. And this is Cat Black. And she answers people's questions as though she were a pope of some sort. And like I said, I'm going to make fun of the video a little bit, but really the meat and potatoes of this is the fucking comments section is amazing. The fact that she left it open shows that she doesn't yet know how vitriolic her own fan base can get. Let's start the video. Let's just be aware it's going to be loud. Yeah. She's going to do her whole shilling intro where she begs for subscribers and talks about her mugs, but let's get to the meat of this.
Hi, Kat. I love your channel and your Tumblr and your Facebook pages,
Oh, you have a Tumblr? That's shocking.
etc. I have a question. What do you think about cis men calling themselves feminists and not allies? Do you think that cis men should have a place/voice in feminism? So this is actually
Yeah, that's a question that gets asked all the time because these people are man-haters. And they have to decide whether men are even admissible into the club. You're trying to say it's a movement of equality, and that's what the defense of it is, but everyone knows it's a man-hating movement, and this video doesn't necessarily prove that, but it certainly hints towards it, and I'll tell you, the comment section does indeed prove that.
really great question, because I've recently been falling into Matthew McGorry's, social media.
And that's where she goes. She immediately goes to Matthew McGorry, and from this point until 3 minutes and 50 seconds in, she's fangirling for Matthew McGorry. So I'm going to skip ahead to where she's actually trying to make a point instead of just fangirling a popular male feminist, and we'll continue with her points.
He didn't, and one of the issues that I've personally had with men who self-identify as feminists is that oftentimes their feminism is very much about that sort of thing. It's about saying, hey, look at me, aren't I a cool, awesome man who's also a feminist?
Yeah, see, what you don't understand is that's basically all feminism is, no matter what your sex is. It's social signaling. You're trying to show I'm morally superior because I say I believe in these beliefs. That's moral superiority. It's not actually a thing. It has no purpose aside from social signaling. So it doesn't matter what sex you are, all you're doing is claiming a place of moral superiority.
And, sometimes these are the kind of guys who take women's studies courses, not because they have any interest in what women have to say, but because there's going to be hot chicks in the class.
Yeah, and apparently it's easy once you say I'm a feminist to hook up with some of these chicks. That's those chicks' fault. They need to work on that. PC stands for Pussy Crushers. Everyone knows that now.
Know that there's going to be hot chicks in the class and they got to be there. So I'm hesitant to say that men can't be feminists. I think that they absolutely can. But I will be honest and say that there are a lot of men who self-identify as feminists who I'm very weary about. And
that's shocking that feminism would make you weary of men. Do go on.
Very weary about most men who self-identify as feminists. Because,
most men.
Being a man, there's just a lot of stuff you're not going to really understand about a woman's experience. And sometimes when men enter...
So, being a woman, there's lots of things about being a man that you'll never understand. The difference is men don't sit around and just whinge about it constantly and then make whole careers about whinging about it.
In terms of feminism, and they hear from feminists all the time that we need them to stand up for us and to speak for us when we're not there. I think sometimes that goes to their head.
Oh, so they should feel like they're obligated, not needed, not wanted, but obligated then. Because you don't want it to go to their head and they feel good about doing something quote-unquote good, something you've deemed a good. They shouldn't actually feel better about themselves for doing that because it's their duty. It's their obligation as men to serve women. Geez, do you think maybe society's fucked you up a little bit?
And so you get a lot of men who identify as feminists who do this thing where even though they are feminists, they
have opinions.
Still,
yeah, we're done with this segment. Let's get to the 6-minute portion. Yes.
What we're trying to get away from. Do you know what I mean? So to me, you can be a feminist, but definitely recognize that you need to take a little bit of a step back.
Sit down and be quiet. Go on.
To recognize that, hey, my role here is not that of a leader. It's not that of a person who's going to speak over these people. It's that of somebody who's going to be passionate and supportive of these conversations, and
that's known as an obedient follower. That's kind of what, the Nazis wanted, was someone who wouldn't question the people in this space and would just be passionate supporters. You're actually asking people not to think, to question, or to criticize. That is what you're doing right now. You're telling men to be passive slaves to the movement.
And, maybe try to have my own conversations about how feminism impacts and helps me. Which I guess you could say what I just defined for you was an ally, but I really don't have a problem.
Oh, well, funny about that, huh?
With men calling themselves feminists. So I want to know what you guys think. So give me your...
Yeah, that's enough of that. She also shills for her mugs immediately in the comment section, if you see. She's got a link to her shit. So she's clearly in this for the money, and the money first and foremost. And then you've got this girl makes a comment about the Matthew McGorry bullshit. And then one of my associates here that I've seen in many comment sections, Guy Does Fallout, makes the point I do. That most people don't seem to want men as part of feminism, in spite of the fact that they say that it's about equality. Well, here we have the truth. It's about justice and liberation, however you define that. Not that anything that makes sense. Oh, and here's I can't walk out of my house late at night for fear I'll be raped. This is the empowerment that feminism is giving women. This is what you're doing. This isn't good. This isn't empowerment. This is you driving fear of men into women. This is what your movement is doing. It's about hate. You see that, right? I mean, you see that this woman is a vitriolic cunt, right? She just says, fuck right off, fuck boy. That's lovely. I mean, who's just derailing? She claims he derails, and yet, we see this, but my point really is, look, you twat, like, oh, but if I called you a twat, that'd be sexist, right? And she's too stupid to even do the wordplay. It's an A and the letter B. That is what makes it funny. And here is really what I wanted to get to. This is what it's teaching men. This is its list of your inborn sins, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any interest whatsoever of sitting down and looking at this list on your own time, have fun. I already have. I'll scroll up and down through it and the screen capture in case, someone deletes it or takes it down after this video. I'd like it permanently here, as part of the permanent record. I mean, do you see this? This is a massive list of things that are insane. On average, I am not interrupted by women as often as women are interrupted by men. You're delusional. You're delusional. Just so you know, if I'm a heterosexual, it's incredibly unlikely I'll ever be beaten up by my spouse or lover. Happened to me. So how unlikely could it possibly be? And how many men simply don't talk about it as having been quote-unquote beaten up? How many men just take it and say, yeah, she gets out of hand sometimes? Because women have that privilege. They can take a swing on a man and it's okay. The reverse is not true. I mean, this is the madness that they're teaching people. I mean, yeah, I'm with this guy, but I didn't even click on this yet. Let's see what kind of vitriol he gained. Let me see. Egalitarian. See, he's trying to go away. They don't even want to have this conversation. Oh, yeah, but it doesn't. See? Okay. Humanism. Uh-huh. Egalitarianism. Uh-huh. Equality of all people. Oh, here we go. Now we've gotten into the intersectional portion. Now it is all about her personal lived experiences. Things that are ridiculous. This is what feminism is doing. None of this is functional. This whole comment section is full of either women coming on and saying, no, fucking men have no business in feminism. Fuck them, they can be our ally slaves. You see, personally, I don't like men calling themselves feminists because every time I've seen it, it's usually in a self-important way. This is what we're dealing with. I mean, really, guys. How is this functional? How is this about fairness and equality? It's not. See, here we go. LOL, men wanting to call themselves feminists is such a great example of their assumption of their importance and feeling sad-faced because they're left out of something, especially white men. Okay, then what is feminism aside from women thinking that they have so much importance that they just get to interject into the space of men? Oh, wait, oh, fuck, that just makes too much sense, doesn't it? I mean, this is so ridiculous. I'd still prefer men refer to themselves as allies. You see what I mean? My answer is no, men cannot be a part of feminism. I mean, this is the dumb shit in the comments section. This is why most feminists who are professional feminists are smart enough to turn off their comments section. I mean, this is a guy who's like, look, okay, I don't care what I have to call myself. I just want to be part of your movement, okay? I'm so sorry for my cis heterosexualness. It's just awful. It's just awful. And I'm okay. I just want to know that I'm correct in understanding that feminism is an activist and not just someone that agrees and supports the movement in question, right? Like, I don't want to be kicked out of the group or called a misogynist. It's just beta fucks that don't want to understand that these people are twisting your arm to treat you like shit. Why would you do that? See, here we go. Big no on men being feminist. Well then fuck right the fuck off. Why would anyone want to have anything to do with your movement? That disbands at least half of the population, probably 2/3 of the population, which is why most people don't want to identify with feminism. Because it's stupid. It's stupid. This is your... And you know what? I don't care. Fire... Okay, Angry Live Hagbard, I'm gonna have to cut you off there before you say something you regret, and I'm gonna go ahead and be the rational, level-headed one and say, if you do go to this young woman's conversation in her comments section, please be as respectful as humanly possible in spite of the vitriol you're likely to be met with. And with that, have a good one everyone, and I will see you on Saturday.